For decades, engineering and manufacturing teams have often worked in silos, passing projects over the wall and hoping for the best. But in today's world, that approach creates friction and slows innovation.
How many of, if I said we would identify that we have a classic engineering over the wall to manufacturing strategy? Engineering does what they need to do, and then they hand it to manufacturing, and manufacturing figures out what they do. I mean, that's probably old as sands of time, but how many of you would say, hey, we kind of have that problem? Okay, good chunk of hands in the room. Now I would make an argument, we're starting to see a little bit of that inside engineering itself. We've long had, like, simulation analysts would tell mechanical designers they don't know what they're doing. But now we have software teams that have different, engineering methodology than mechanical teams. We have the requirements engineering teams, which they have kind of their own philosophy around how they want to use agile and integration. And so if I were to paint this portrait a little bit different and say, if I wanted to change something, whether it's the supplier because they're going out of business, or I want to source a different part, or I want to change the requirement and I want to track through, like, what's the implication across the organization, you should think of it this way. We're trying, through the integrations that we have and that we're building across the software, to give you that level of visibility so that when you do have an impact, a change of any kind, it can flow through and you can truly understand and comprehend, where it went, how you satisfied it, did you resolve it, did the test case actually validate that it indeed, was resolved, and have that level of traceability even all the way out into the service planning side. So I use this as a simple illustration to say, the technology is actually a super important part, but what I also just scratched at, if you didn't catch the hint, was there's a big organizational management thing here as well, like a big org change management thing. So, each of these are generally different departments and different budget lines and different influencers in the organization that we have to kind of work across, and that's kind of interesting. Like, how do we create a technology to do this is one thing. How do we enable, the business to do that at scale is something else that we're working on with some of what I'll highlight it a little bit for organizational change management.
PTC is helping organizations break down barriers, connect teams, and drive change, so innovation can flow across the entire enterprise.